What the hell's up? Today we're doing a tier list for the weapon classes for Clover Retribution. Hell yeah. I just took fucking 5 grams of creatine and boosting off through the ground. Yeah, creatine is amazing. Alright. So what would we start with? Yeah, Steph. Alright, Steph goes A. Steph is everybody knows what staff does. I'll just say what are the good and bad things overall PvE and PvP. Staff N1's got some pretty good range. Yeah, they got range, not a lot of damage. The M2 is probably the best in the game for PvP and PvE. That stuff is OP. Like, look at that range when you actually look at that stuff, it's amazing. And for the skills, the shield ability is meh. You will only be using it for what? Gauntlet, I guess. Yeah, I guess you will be using it for Gauntlet. And the second, that Shockwave 3 blast thingy, it's probably the best skill for a staff. It does a lot of damage. It's like, I think it's 400 damage or close to 400, and it's pretty easy to hit. And for the mana missiles, I actually remember that name. Let's go. It sucks. It auto tracks like the first 3 missile hits, and they do like 50 damage a hit. They suck. They suck ass. And I wouldn't recommend actually making yourself very vulnerable like that, because when you are in that missile animation, then you can be hit and you will not be able to do anything, as the missiles just randomly shoot around you. Like, the only use I can see if you are fighting in the middle of a really big monster like Kraken, but while you are doing that skill, Kraken will just escape with its spamming ability. Alright, now for the thingies that you will use with DR, because not using a sword, hammer, spear, or defining fists without DR is useless. You will not get the necessary buffs to actually make them useful compared to mages, so yeah. And we should go with spear first, which is going above staff. Alright, go here. Yeah. If you're wondering, I'm actually just using screenshots that are minimized for the tier list, so yeah, really cool. And yeah, can I stop saying yeah? It's creatine going crazy. All right, spear is really good, but for M1s, the special thing about spear is that you can dodge in between M1s. Like perfect dodge. Like, while you are using spear to kill lesser devils, and you do not want to break that M1 combo, which you are so proud about because you're using spear, you can dodge in between the attacks. I think the only M1 of the spear that you cannot dodge mid through is the last one, and then you can pretty much be hit if you do not time it correctly. So spear is really good for consistent damage. It's not the best damage overall, but it's the consistency of the damage. And for the skills, the M2 is really good for continuing combos, for PvP at least. Let me say this, spear is really hard to actually hit while in PvP, because the range on the M1s suck. They actually suck so bad. It's so hard to hit while other person is sporadically moving to avoid you. So it's really hard. But if you hit them and actually hit that combo, then you're good. I know that you do not know what combo it is. I'll maybe make a video later talking about the spear combo, but I seen what it can do. So trust me, spear for PvP is also usable, but really not as good as the others. You will be primarily using it for PvE to be the consistent damage dealer. Because I think you... I don't really know. Are the fists or spear faster M1 dealers? Well, at least the M1s actually let you dodge in between, not like the fists. Spoilers. And next we can go with sword. In these kind of games, sword is pretty much supposed to be a middle ground. Like, not too good, not too bad, not too specialized. But sword just sucks. Oh wait, I didn't talk about what spear skills are good for. Sorry. Alright. Spear skills, the first two ones are pretty good. I know that they are good for extending the funny combo the spear has, and the last one sucks. Alright, let's go with sword. Jesus Christ, this is so unorganized, but let's go with it. Yeah. The only saving grace sword has is its last move, that giant sword slash. Really cool attack. I love it. It has hyper armor, it cannot be interrupted, and it has pretty good range and damage. And the only sword you should be pretty much using is Soul Splitter. Yeah, if you are using DR, use Soul Splitter because it's the only thing that will be able to do damage with sword. And it's not for the skill, it's for the M1s, because Soul Splitter has the ability to do extra true damage every time you hit with a 35% chance. I'm just going off with the top of my head, so I think I've memorized this thing pretty clearly from Trello. Damn, I know so much about this game. I should totally get a content creator role in Discord, for real. I totally deserve it. I need a sub. Please, Fabiax, please. Alright. Yeah, Soul Splitter is the only sword you would use. Or or if you still have that funny golem sword that is unobtainable now. I legit saw one person ever playing with that sword. It has some cool buffs that I know of. And yeah, that's about it for sword. The first two skills suck, the third one is pretty good, and only use Soul Splitter. Alright, let's go to the best one. Esther, Hammer, Mauler. This is the best one. And the totally opposite reason due to Spear. The M1 suck, it doesn't even have a M2. But the skills are perfection. 5-star S tier skills. They all have hyper armor. The first skill is like a double AoE. I love it. I love all of them. I will talk like Donald Trump from now on. I don't care. The second skill is a AoE. It's absolutely amazing. Amazing. I love it. And the third skill is Ring Around the Rosie. It does so much damage. It's awesome, bro. It's really hard to escape it. Like, the only bad thing I can think of for Mauler is its M1s and it not having a M2. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Mauler can use the funny howls. There are two howl types, the one with con and the other with strength. The strength one has more buffs, but it's not really worth it. It just gives you more damage. But you should always use Mauler with the con stat in mind to get that extra damage. I mean extra HP. And the con howl just gives you 15% damage reduction, if I remember correctly. So that's also pretty good. And for let's see, for PvP and PvE, it's really good. I think it's better for PvP. and the next thing is better for PvE. Yeah, the new thingy that everybody thinks sucks, it doesn't suck. I tested it, it's amazing for PvE and almost matches Hammer Mauler in that PvP showcase. It's really good, and the only thing that holds it back is it not having any hyper armor like Mauler. You can be interrupted mid attacks, but if you get that funny fist combo, then you will do a lot of damage. And I will tell you some things about fist that you may not know, or I may have not mentioned in the fist showcase. So yeah, there are some bosses, like humanoid bosses, that you cannot even use that third skill on, like Kamsin, that desert sage just spawns in the cave near Kraken. It's a humanoid boss, but it cannot be used by that ground pound ability. It's super unfortunate. I wanted to ground pound that nasty sand mage. I hate it with all of my heart. It's so buggy. But the saving grace for fists on PvE wise, and why it's actually better than the hammer, is the dash barrage. It's a 4-second cooldown dash ability that is just a burst of big damage. It's like 81 or 85 damage hit. I showed it all in my showcase, but it's really good. I really love it, and it's below hammer because hammer is better at PvP. Just the skills are better, but the grips are just better for PvE. And I take PvP pretty seriously in this game. I find a lot of enjoyment in it. So this tier list is pretty much my opinion, but Fist and Hammer are pretty much the how should it matched in S tier category, but I'm still giving Hammer more because the potential for grips right now is bad because it only has one weapon, and I find PvP more fun. So yeah, that's it guys. Please subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it or found anything in this useful, and please spam Fabiux to give me the YouTube role in the Discord. So see ya.